Hello, girls and boys. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next book to my precious grandchildren, Ethan, Denver, Summer, and Violet. Today's story is called Piper's Twisted Tale by Mark Lowry and Martha Bolton. "I'm off to the store," Piper's mom said one day. "You stay right here and just quietly play. Uncle Sylvester's taking a nap, so stay out of trouble till I get back." "Mother," said Piper, "I'll stay in the den and just watch TV." And he meant it. But then his hyperactivity hit like a train. All sorts of ideas popped into his brain. He called up a friend and asked if he'd come, but 6 mice showed up by the time he was done. String cheese brought pizza, cheese ball brought the chips, and each one took turns diving into the dip. 4 quarters of football and basketball too. Soccer and baseball. What didn't they do? They skied down the stair rails, skateboarded the hall. Poor Uncle Sylvester just slept through it all. They played and they munched and they munched and they played. Oh, what a terrible mess they all made. Ooh. Then all of a sudden, they heard a mouse van pull up to the house, and Piper's friends ran. They left Piper there to endure all the shame, take all the punishment, and get all the blame. Gasp. Word has it, the gasp Piper's mother gasped that day could be heard in the mountains 2 counties away. "Piper," she said, "what on earth happened here?" She wanted the facts. That fact was quite clear. Piper thought for a moment, but all of the fun he'd had with his friends and the damage they'd done. Yet he knew if he told her, she'd ground him for weeks. So he made up a story, but it had a few leaks. "First came a tornado," Piper said. "Strangest sight. It whirled through the house, then it called it a night. An earthquake came next, and an avalanche too. Then 2 marching bands came parading right through." Piper spun him a tale like no tale you have heard, and his tail turned and twisted with every false word. You see, that's what happens to mice when they lie. But Piper ignored it and simply replied, "Did I happen to mention that NASA dropped in to test a new rocket right here in our den?" A circus came next, but what can I say? Have you ever tried shooing lions away? Well, he made up his story, the wheres, whens, and whats. Piper's tail kept on twisting in hundreds of knots. His mother said, "Son, that's some tale for a mouse. Are you sure all that happened right here in our house?" "It really did happen, it's true," Piper said. "Thank goodness that I was asleep in my bed." Piper covered his tail so his mom wouldn't know. The tale he was spinning, well, it wasn't quite so. "Now, son," she repeated, "if you're sure that is all, then why are there skateboard tracks lining the hall? Why did I see your friends leaving from here? And why is there cheese dip on our chandelier?" Piper started to sweat. he turned a bright red. If only he'd told her the whole truth instead. His tail was in knots. He was sorry he'd lied, but only the truth could now get it untied. Piper knew that confessing was what he should do, and telling the truth was what God wanted too. So standing up tall, Piper laid out the facts and said he was sorry for his thoughtless acts. It took him 4 days to clean all the mess, but he sure felt better once he had confessed. Piper learned that he should have obeyed his mom first, and lying will always just make matters worse. Now Piper can smile, for inside he feels great, and his tail are now perfectly straight. That's it for today. See you next time.